Alright. It's, what is it, Thursday night. Man, I have trouble keeping track of the days of the week. Well, we're here. Getting towards the end of the week. It's supposed to be super cold today in Melbourne. It wasn't. It was cold. But like they were saying, earlier in the week, the prediction was 2 degrees or some such. It wasn't that cold. Hey, Greg, how are you? I mean, massive relief that it wasn't that cold. Just slide my little bits of orange peel. Which ones I'm going to keep? Those ones. And put these ones in my drink. It's complicated. Charlie, if you do that, all right, makes you think it does. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, that awful line he has. To me, one of the funniest things about Dazed and Confused is the number of young men who didn't realize Matthew McConaughey's character was meant to be seen as a horrible, creepy piece of shit. Hello, Madam Butterfly. Nice to see you. Goodness gracious. Moi. You never knew how sheltered you were. Every third man's a freaking pedo. It's really funny, like the absurd right wingers in America in particular, and they're absurd because they revere Trump, but they go on about the Hollywood elites, the billionaires, the child abusers and traffickers. It's like, yeah. The billionaires and the media elites, a disproportionate number of them are horrible freaks who are doing terrible things, and they should be prosecuted. But they get away with it. Never apologize for going there, Charlie. We'll go there. Hello, Heine. Not sure if I said hello, so might have said it twice. Who knows? But it's just like that absurd line they go like, oh, the elites, the secret societies, the media, blah, blah, blah. Trump will save us. It's just like, I'm sorry, are you stupid? I know that's a superfluous question, but it's just like he is the establishment. He's so deeply in the establishment. Plus, he is clearly a sex offender as well. And close friend of Jeffrey Epstein. Charlie, you loved Dazed and Confused as a teenager. Great stoner movie. That is very much what it is. Very, very stoner movie. I only did it once, honey. Okay. Well, I'd rather say hello twice than miss saying hello to you. Oh, Charlie, I think the internet is revealing the low lives. And there's certainly a type of person who the only thing that limits their horrible behavior is the ease with which they can do horrible things. And yes, giving them a way to connect. And yeah, they breed in the shadows. Um, I I don't think this is a controversial take to say I think the internet has tipped a lot of people over into sex offender territory who would not have tipped over into sex offender territory if the internet didn't exist. I feel like I'm juggling a lot of balls. Not usually on this stream, because it's just our little core group that comes on. Uh, my God, that one time the guy from Twitch did a raid with like 1,000 people, and fully half, 2/3 of them stayed for the whole stream, and that was overwhelming. But they were also remarkably chill. Like they were telling me to, take a breath. It's okay. But yeah, look, if there's a lot of chat going on, then it is a bit more difficult to keep up with everything, definitely. But generally, in our cozy little streams, just made me think of the person who appeared for a second before I blocked them. They're like, I'm gonna do 20 years on YouTube. No one's watching you. Like in some circumstances, I would have taken the time to explain, my journey, why I stopped trying to get a huge amount of views on YouTube, and I intend these streams to basically be a therapeutic chill out session, uh, and see if that made them stop being a prick. Another time, I might have taken the time to just lay into them with lots of swears and have a cathartic outburst attack on them. They just happened to hit me on a night when I was just, no, I can't be bothered. Fuck you. So I didn't even respond to them. I just blocked them. Oh, did we only get 7 views on the Sanjuro vid? Seriously, I put a short on my cocktail channel, and shorts broadly get many more views than full-length videos. And for the first time, it got 1 view. It's like, oh, fuck you, YouTube. You've just made a decision to not show this to anyone. Oh, it is. Again, Charlie, I'm sure you know this. I'm just going to repeat it. Quality of video and number of views are not a one-to-one correlation. Oh yeah, the AI slop that gets a ridiculous number of views. It is frustrating. It's genuinely frustrating. Low effort fucking garbage generated views. But even not even low effort garbage. Like I see, you know, quite decent videos, and they're getting, and particularly shorts, getting hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views. And I was kind of like, okay, that's not exceptional. There's nothing wrong with it. But it's not fantastic. I think for a lot of people, it's like comfort view, and this is all fine, but you can tie yourself in knots with that stuff really easily. But also, man, YouTube is great at fucking demoralizing you. Having gone through so many waves of it in my time. Don't forget to comment where you're from. Every political AI vid says it. Oh, okay. I have not watched any of them. I switch off the instant I realize it's AI. And there's a really frustrating wave of social commentary and philosophy and culture videos that are just AI slop now, and particularly these ones where they're copying the stick figure drawings, which a few YouTube creators were doing, 10 or 15 years ago. So it was an established thing. So now they're going for this really sort of rough, lo-fi aesthetic, thinking that makes them look less like AI. Now it's got to the stage when these videos get recommended to me because I watch culture, philosophy, politics videos. I just see these ones that are the stick figure things, and I instantly go, "Do not recommend channel," because it's just a fucking tsunami of this slop. It's very frustrating. Like, when the fuck is then they're never going to do it. I'm going to answer the question before I ask it. I'm going to say, when the fuck is YouTube going to offer a simple one-click thing? Do not recommend AI generated videos to me. How do I know they're going to do it? Because they keep adding AI features. Like, Charlie, when you pointed out you can watch me in French, that's AI. I didn't ask them to do that. They just did it. So you looked up another vid waiting for my stream. Oh, yeah, the Rayleigh bath chair murder. Yeah, because some people did some proper videos on it a few years ago. And so, yeah, people do AI slop. But I was literally just going through Wikipedia. What happened on this day? And it's the day of the Rayleigh bath chair murder. Oh yeah, no. I'm actually okay with the AI auto dubs. I hate AI generated content. The first time I saw that is this Irish guy, there's a channel named Garen, and he found there were multiple languages YouTube was translating his videos into, and they lip sync it fairly well. They actually changed this. But what was funny, because they were doing the AI thing, and he was doing it where he was tasting things, and it failed completely when he put food in his mouth, because it was trying to do this thing, and that was too complex for it. His hand going here and something going in his mouth. It was then super obvious it was AI. But if it's just someone talking, it actually does a reasonable job of making it look natural, which is freaky as hell, quite honestly. It's like the reason Mr. Bean never spoke in the TV series was what, and no one spoke in Mr. Bean. They could market it to multiple countries, non-English speaking countries, without having to change it. But now the fact you can go one click auto dub multiple languages is pretty freaking wild. Charlie, you hate it. People are pulling clips of Asana Destiny. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, the commentary. Yeah, and it's fucking shit. And God, even the weirdos who aren't doing AI, but they insist on doing these dramatic thumbnails, and it's always some variation of "it's over," gone forever, and it's just, and then they just wrap it on with some childish shit. Oh yeah, no, India is an extremely big market, and I wouldn't be surprised if YouTubers very much pushing for. But then again, there are so many languages in India. Like, people think Indian is a language. There are so many different languages in India. Tim Pool isn't as bad as a bunch of them, but he is a fuckwit. Speaking of India, you saw vids come from there the other day. I don't know. You know what was weird? All my old videos, if you look at my videos with the most views, they're all about sex or sexual innuendo. The audience, and it's in the millions, is overwhelmingly from India. So I was just thinking, you horny bastards, can you not get actual porn in India? You're looking for titillation. Oh, the riot vids. Okay. So apparently, some Zoomers in India have decided Modi is a piece of shit, and he is. His party is literally was born as the Indian wing of the Nazi Party in World War II. Again, slightly in their defense, from their point of view, it's like, oh, someone wants to fuck up the English who have killed well over 100 million Indians in the last couple of centuries. Oh, someone wants to fuck up the English? Um, yeah. But yeah, there is a movement at the moment of very young people in India protesting against what an absolute piece of shit Modi is. Not quite the same, uh, Charlie, the Democrats that were slave owners back in the day, because I think Modi's party is still full of people, probably including Modi, who think Nazi ideology is just awesome. But until I'm not a good enough historian to know when it flipped, but the Republicans, yeah, as the Republicans love saying, oh, Lincoln was the Republican president. Southern Democrats were all the ones, but yeah, and that is factually true. But it flipped at one point. Doesn't Modi have like 80% approval? That's it, Safa, the Cockroach Party. The fact is, with someone like Modi, you can't believe things like approval ratings uh, uh, because he's an authoritarian. The other part is Modi is violently repressing anyone who doesn't support him. But we're on the internet. Let's do a quick. Let's see if I can find any reports of Modi's approval rating. This one's saying 68%. Okay, there's a site called Statista. What do they say? Narendra Modi, 70%. South Korean leader, 63%. Czechia, 55%. Canada, 54%. Japan, 53%. Argentina, 48%. Getting down to Italy with 39%. Albanese, 40%. It's just like in repressive authoritarian states, you can't really trust when they say this is the approval rating for the leader. Yeah, because my big question would be like, what's the methodology for gathering this? But yeah, consistently, Modi has the highest reported approval ratings. Who knows how real it is? Not me. I didn't say Chechnya, Safa. I believe the people of the Czech Republic prefer us to call it Czechia. You had spag bowl. I had spaghetti carbonara for dinner. Yeah, so I didn't say Chechnya. I said Czechia. But that is the Czech Republic. We have this funny thing. Like the people in Germany don't call Germany Germany. It's Deutschland. People in Japan don't call Japan Japan. It's absolutely absurd. Uh, yes. Oh, Safa, and the government of Turkey is trying to get people to spell it and do it differently. Turkey, because Turkey is such negative connotations in English speaking words. It's a stupid bird. And even sometimes cities like in India, we don't call the city Bombay anymore, it's Mumbai. There's a little bit of progress. And what was the Chinese one? City. Yeah, Beijing, not Peking. Charlie Czechoslovakia makes you think of the Bill Murray movie Stripes. Yes, it was the world stage was very different then. Czechoslovakia broke up into at least 3 different countries, possibly 5. It's hard to keep track of. Oh, nice. That's a classic, Safa, the dish. The Parkes radio telescope, right near where I grew up in Dubbo. It's like it's less than an hour away from Dubbo. Anyway, I'm going to make a short video because I did talk about how I was trying to catch up on shorts. So let me set that up. I actually have high hopes for this drink. I think I might really like it. So if I do a short, okay, so I want Benedictine. Oh man, there's a little bit left. I'm gonna have to get some Benedictine before too much longer. What was? Try to remember what was the other ingredient. I know it's mezcal, lime juice, Benedictine. Come on, I'm trying to remember without looking it up. It's something I have. If I look at all of this, will it remind me? Maybe, maybe not. No, I can't remember it. I got to look it up. Okay. Oaxacan lady. Mara Montenegro. I feel like a goose for not remembering that. Let's fucking go. Now my mezcal. My new upmarket mezcal. Oh yeah, I have a second bottle of this because I got it once in what was supposed to be a big markdown, and then I saw it again about a third off what I paid for it. So I just got a second bottle because it's like, well, fuck. Amaro Montenegro. Okay. Let's get everything set up. Okay. So if I really like this, I might end up redoing it as a book video. Because that's what the book videos are all about. It's funny because on paper, I have high hopes for this. All right, what are we doing? Oh, I was going to want to show a video. I was doing some practice shots in Melbourne. I was in the Melbourne CBD last night, catching up with the young'uns. And I shot a bit of video. More or less test stuff for another idea I have. And I was quite happy with how it came out. And I also learned a couple things, which is important. All right. Now, which one is British? This will do. Get the first 3/4 ounce. Oh, and I want my chocolate mole bitters. Where are they? New England chocolate mole bitters. There we go. Right. Everything is set up. Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I just remembered to do it. The thing I always lie about. I always say, put it in a chilled glass, and 9 times out of 10, I've forgotten to do it. I just thought of it, so I'll fill my glass. Be slightly less of a liar, because as we all know, I lie on the. Oh man, I was going to say almost knocked that over. I did. I spilled it. Fuck. What a clown. Okay. Right. Yeah, that's good. Let's fucking go. Oh my god, I spilled quite a bit of it. Bar's gonna smell like mezcal tonight. Okay, mezcal. Mar Montenegro. Christ, okay, I'm just spilling shit. Benedictine. Lime juice. And 2 dashes of chocolate bitters. One, 2. Okie dokie. Do that. Add ice. Add even a bit more ice. More ice. Got my stirring finger. Let's do this. Come on, yeah. Smells very smoky. Ooh. Okay, that does taste good. Let's pour one out for the homies. Oh, that looks nice. All right. Okay. Got. All right. Okie dokie. Change this lighting a bit. Come on. And oh, this one here. Come on, don't fall over. What's going on here? There we go. That'll do. That'll do, Bluey. Okay. Turn that on, this on, this on, this on. Got this around here. Okay, I think we're ready. Okay, how's my audio recorder doing? Why do I always forget how long the audio recorder is going to take to turn on? There we go. We're ready. And off to the races. G'day, cocktail lovers. This is called an Oaxacan lady. I saw this on my mate Vino's channel, The Progress Bar. He's experimenting with a whole bunch of Amaro cocktails. This has Amaro Montenegro in it. And this was a riff of another one he did, which was called the Spanish Lady. We've brought mezcal into the mix, so we get the name Oaxacan lady. But what really caught my eye, this is a last word template. The last word, very famously, 4 equal parts. It's usually spirit, a citrus, a liqueur, and something herbal or bitter. There's a little bit of variation in there, but spirit and citrus juice are core to it. That template almost always works. You can play with pretty much any spirit, any citrus, any herbal, any liqueur, and it comes out good to fantastic. This one, because I've really gotten into mezcal cocktails lately, I was really keen to try, so let's try it. Ooh, that does come together really well. I'm surprised how strongly the lime comes through, but then I'm getting the herbal, and I'm getting that smoky, earthy tone from the mezcal that I enjoy so much. I'll show you how to make it. In a mixing glass, put 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of mezcal, then 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of Amaro Montenegro, then 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of Benedictine, and 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of lime juice, rounding things out with 2 dashes of chocolate mole bitters. Add ice to the glass, stir for 20 to 25 seconds. Just realized I should have shaken this. Fuck it. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. I'm straining that into a chilled Nicanora glass. Literally, as I was speaking those instructions out loud, I went, it's got citrus. I should have shaken it. But I don't think it makes that big a difference, and it does taste really good. But yeah, traditionally, something with citrus, you will shake, and I can't be bothered going back and reshooting it, quite honestly. I'm just going to relax, have a good time, sit back, enjoy this rather tasty little sipper. I think you might enjoy it too. It's called the Oaxacan Lady. Cheers. All right. Just gonna finish switching things off. And I'll adjust these lights so I don't traumatize Charlie. All right. Put this back down. No. There we go. All righty, and I'm just gonna fucking pour that in there. Fuck it. Do 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 do. Na 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 na. Ah, okie doke. What's going on? All right, what have we been chatting about while I was wandering away? So I should bring the chat out into its own window, and it's easier for me to follow then. What were you all talking about? Ewok songs. I'm glad you've been talking about Ewok songs. Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Oh, they did do that terrible song in the special edition. It wasn't as bad in the original version. Jabba's Palace. Jedi Rocks is the name of the song. My God. Yeah, I don't think anyone likes the way they changed that particular bit of music. So how's the pub food? It's fine. The place was doing a $20 pizza and pasta night. And the group was evenly split, 2 pizzas and 2 pastas. I got an Aussie barbecue pizza. It was pretty good, for just grabbing something in the city. It was a pretty freaking good deal. And you got a drink with it too, house wine or a beer, I suppose. I had a soft drink. Pub was reasonably. I was surprised how busy the city was on a Wednesday night. Like, I know Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and maybe even Sunday, it's fucking packed. But it wasn't packed, but I was surprised at the number of people that were out about on a Wednesday night. Oh, yeah, no, Charlie, I'm with you completely. Changing the music for the worse. And I think, like, didn't Lucas even go back on the hand shooting first thing? And there's another version that was released where Han does shoot first. No, I didn't see anything about Albanese or the Labour conference because that is genuinely boring to me. Anyone would stumble if an escalator stopped working. Hey, look, speaking about me being in the city yesterday, I wanted to share this. I just did some test footage because I do want to shoot some stuff around Melbourne. Oh God, I'm clicking on the wrong things. Yes, I have seen that picture as well. And it's not AI. It predates AI by years. Lucas actually wore a t-shirt saying Han shot first. Just going to share my Melbourne street life. Where are we? Melbourne by night. And I'll just change this to get the maximum viewage, and I'll full screen it. This is just 2 minutes, but I put some music on. still have my fucking microphone on. This is the GoPro. It needs way more light than my video camera. That's good learning experience. God, I've just been rabbiting on, and microphone wasn't. And now go to bar ampere, and you don't really see much of it. It's like I said, I'm surprised how much how much light the GoPro needs, at least on slow-mo mode. Then we'll go around the corner is a fourth bar, the luau bar. It'd be a fun place to shoot in, a ridiculously over the top decor in there. So we're heading to the town hall station, one of the new stations. They got a light show where there used to be a water feature. Into the town hall station. Why did I turn my fucking microphone off? God, fucking Nimrod. Oh yes, people pissing on the water thing as well. Yeah, but I like that they had a light feature. Is it back to pre-lockdown crowds? Honestly, so if I'm not the right person to ask, I don't know. But in my experience, definitely Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the city's fucking packed at night. Not necessarily during the day. Yes, I saw the next season of Strange New Worlds is starting on Paramount Plus and Plex. Yeah, Mrs. Angry will want to watch that. I want to watch that. I really enjoy Strange New Worlds. It's fun. Oh my god. So yeah, but I've got things I want to watch on Plex this weekend. It's mostly movies. Got to watch the movie of the week. And then I do want to watch The Mandalorian and Grogu. Mrs. Angry's into watching The Mandalorian and Grogu. And oh, look, speaking of which, I should have a Mandalorian drink. Okay, it's the last of these cans. But I've got a heap of bottles of this because the 4-pack of the bottles is like $3. So that's like a good deal. Yeah, freezing's half a 10, felt like 5. Well, ours got revised. Yeah, I want to watch Backrooms. Oh, have you got Disclosure Day? Fuck me. I'm probably going to watch Disclosure Day. I just realized to put that in the wrong glass. Anyway. Oh, God, I just made such a fucking mess. What a shit show. I probably should have just drunk it out of that glass. God damn it. Because I was thinking, I still want to, watch the hyped ones, Obsession and Backrooms. But because no one's spoiled Disclosure Day for me yet, so I think I want to watch Disclosure Day before someone spoils it. Now, you spelt that wrong, Charlie. It's a huge Ackman. Death of Robin Hood. I'm going to want to watch that. See, there's too fucking much to watch. So now we've got Movie of the Week. I've got to watch. Grogu and The Mandalorian is probably second on the list. Disclosure Day is probably third. Then I want to watch Backrooms and Obsession, and I have interest in watching Death of Robin Hood. Too fucking much to watch, man. Oh, well, who knows? If we hit party night hard, I might just be in recovery mode on Saturday and not leave the lounge. Might watch 3 or 4 movies. Who knows? Anything could happen. So we're setting Obsession, Disclosure, Backrooms. It's not date night this week, no. But sometimes I just hang out with Mrs. Angry on Saturday night anyway. I want to watch movie. I really enjoy movie of the week. And if you, okay, here's my question, Charlie, because you didn't edit the It's a Whole Laserdisc thing video. Does that mean you don't want to do the discs on Sunday night because then you'd be catching up? But I know I like watching movie of the week. I like watching something knowing we're going to have a chat about it. Be a bit focused on, okay, watching this movie. And because Mrs. Angry always says to me, oh, what are you going to say about it? What are you picking out of here to talk about? So I quite enjoy that. But that's what you've been doing, hanging curtains at Sophie's mum's house, drilling in walls. Oh yeah, no, you're doing. But yeah, not so much. But I'm talking about even like the edited videos because you didn't edit the whole Laserdisc thing this week. So does that mean on Sunday night we should skip doing 30 Laserdiscs because you've still got the one to edit? Yeah, okay. But my thing, here's the thing. So, how many movies of the week have we done? I feel like we've only done about half a dozen or something. But my philosophy has always been with YouTube. We should skip the 30. We should definitely do movie of the week. So, we're not doing the 30. We should definitely do movie of the week because it's fun. Uh, my philosophy with YouTube is you want to make and some people make it really big really quickly. I never did. But my philosophy is if you can't do the grind for a year or more without getting an appreciable growth in audience, then you maybe shouldn't do it because you'll just be disappointed. So, okay, we've done 11. Okay, I'm pretty impressed we've done that many. But I honestly mean this sincerely. If you can't just keep regular at least once a week videos for a year for no real return in terms of views, then I don't know, maybe it's not for you. Because most people who hit it big have been doing it for like 3 or more years before they get seriously big. But plus, I just really enjoy making the movie of the week videos and having the discussion. So even if they don't get many views at this point, I still want to do it. And I fully appreciate you put a lot of work into the editing and to not get many views. That's disappointing. But we do the slog. Yeah, but that's going from 40 down to 7. Like I said, swings around about. Like I said, literally, I posted a short this week that got 1 view. Sometimes YouTube just fucks with you. They really do. What are bizarre shapes? Sabrina got 85. Hill got 67. Yeah. Yeah. It's really difficult in the short term. Ooh, 7 days in May got 189. Nice. It's very difficult in the short term if you post a video and it's sorry, I'm going to say this serious point before I say the funny thing. It's very difficult in the short term if you're doing videos and they don't get a lot of views. But you got to kind of stick with it. What made me laugh when you said bizarre shapes. And he said he means pizza shapes. I speak Safa. Oh, no, there's actually Biza. Barbecue and pizza in a single shape. My God. Hello, Celtic. This is sexy. The visual pun on this I really like. The cat wearing cat's eye glasses. Green cat, because Mrs. Angry actually has green cat's eye glasses. Yeah, there you go. Pizza shapes. I'm probably not going to get them, Safa, but I am going to the supermarket tomorrow, so who knows? Anything could happen. Oh no, that was very funny, Safa. That wasn't a typo. You actually did it right. Pizza. It's a funny old world. More flavor than normal shapes. Yes, it's probably all salt. Oh, sorry, these are the counts. Sorry, I'm those are really random view numbers jumping all over the place like that. Oh, you missed it. I answered when you said you had spaghetti bolognese, Safa. I had spaghetti carbonara. Courtesy of the fine folk at Light and Easy. But yeah. So video update from Celtic. I thought anyway. Watches streams. He said if you keep calling shit sexy, you'll go to hell. With the handbrake off. I've been having a funny time at work this week because I was getting Copilot to do research for me because I had to do some stuff on risk assessment and disaster recovery planning. And I just went, hey, go to this thing and find out what the industry says about disaster recovery for cloud environments and this, and give me references and give me links to the sources and all that. And then do that. And so we can do that. I went, yeah, okay, summarize this and do that and give me the links. I ended up with 80 pages of research that I asked Copilot to do. And so yeah, after several days of pulling that together and reading it a couple of times, today I was like, okay, I just need to start writing the stuff I have to do for this. And I started banging out and was going, holy shit, my brain actually works. I looked at all this stuff Copilot found for me and got the references, and now I'm putting it. Oh my God, I'm transcribing it and it works. My God. Got to getting hell's nice and warm, and it's got a highway. Yes, can I get a fucking heaven? I love Charlie leading into it. Yeah, VD Celtic tells us how much cock he's. Well, Fatboy Slim is fucking in heaven. Has anyone heard that track that Fatboy Slim did? It's just a repeated loop of this vocal. Oh, Fat Boy Slim is fucking in heaven. So maybe not everyone does, but apparently Fat Boy Slim does. AKA Norman Cook. It's fitting. He was in a band I liked in the 80s, the House Martins. He was the bass player. So kind of fitting that he became a DJ because it's all about the beats and stuff. And then the lead singer from the House Martins formed another band called The Beautiful South. And damn, they have some good songs. House Martins have some really good songs. I quite enjoyed the House Martins. The Beautiful South have some really good songs. 80s pop, man. I love 80s pop. It's like 80s indie pop. Some people have said something about 80s pop. They mean, oh, do you mean like Madonna or In Excess? And go, no, that's not what I mean. I mean the Go-Betweens, the Falling Joys, Aztec Camera, Fine Young Cannibals, The Cure, so many others, The Smiths. It makes me sound like an emo when I start rattling off the stuff I liked in the 80s. Makes me sound emo. And I was never emo. A little bit punk, maybe. A little bit. But not emo. And I always thought goths were interesting. I never was a goth. I never dressed up like a goth. Oh, well, The Angels is my childhood bogan rock favorite. They're 70s rather than 80s. Wait, when did you send me a link about The Angels? I actually interviewed Doc Neeson a couple of times over the phone for college radio. That was like fulfilling a childhood dream. Okay, let me freaking look. Because, I mean, my brain is like pudding, honestly. I'm scrolling back and I'm not seeing it. Oh, okay. So it was a YouTube video? Was it? There's a song by Status Quo called Lonely Night, came out in 74. Okay. So if you had pudding chocolate pudding. Lonely Night. Fucking is that literally the lyrics? Fucking and sucking and fucking and fucking. Oh dear. Status Quo. Why are they crazy boys? Oh, you sorry, that was you singing Fat Boy Slim. Fat Boy Slim is fucking in heaven. I'm fucking in heaven. Listen to the chorus. Okay, well you've re-prompted me, so I'll listen to it tomorrow. And I have mentioned before on streams, I saw Fatboy Slim do a live DJ set at the Hard Rock Cafe in Las Vegas like 25 years ago, possibly longer. Actually, definitely longer, somewhere between 25 and 30 years ago. Holy shit, I'm fucking old. Same age as Fatboy Slim, really. Um, but yes, I saw him do a live DJ set, and he had that sample, "Fat Boy Slim is fucking in heaven," and he would just drop it in into tracks and between tracks. All right, my head will explode. Okay, okay, so I don't want to get fucking content matched on YouTube, so I'll listen to it. My giant head will explode. Honestly, if my giant head explodes, the shrapnel is a real concern. Oh damn! I was going to do something, and I forgot. But that's okay. That is all okay. Okay, so you want okay. You're dead keen for me to do this, so I'll do sign language for a while. Holy shit! The Angels completely fucking stole that. Oh my god! That am I ever gonna see your face again? Is absolutely a direct lift from "It's a lonely, 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 lonely night." That's I this is the thing, Charlie. I had no idea why you thought my head would explode when I listened to it, and then I listened to it. Oh my god! Like it's not close. Am I ever going to see your face again? Is a direct lift off that vibe, and I don't know how they didn't get sued. For fuck's sake! It is uncanny. It's absolutely uncanny. Man, maybe I should have done a reaction video to that because they seem to get put on YouTube soon. But if I'd had a camera running, oh, they did get sued? There you go. I didn't know that story. Okay, now fuck, I've got to look this up. Angels sued by Status Quo. Okay, famous song feuds that landed in court. Is this going to be behind? Yeah, it's behind a fucking paywall. Get fucked. Eight rock guitar players who sued each other. Jimmy Page, Jake Holmes, Joe Satriani, Coldplay, Chuck Berry, Brian Wilson, Chuck Berry, John Lennon. Status Quo versus the Angels didn't end up in court. Every time they play it. Oh, so Status Quo gets royalties. 1976, Eyebrows Are Raised, it sounded like 1974 B-side, Lonely Night. Later, Quo's bassist Alan Lancaster moved to Sydney. Next door to the Angels guitarist John Brewster. They were friends, and Lancaster would tease him that they stole the song. One day, Brewster challenged him to prove his claim. Lancaster brought over the Quo track. Brewster remembers with a chuckle, "When I heard Lonely Night, I nearly fell over. I asked Doc, who wrote the song, Is it possible you ripped off a Quo song? And he said, oh, I might have heard it at a disco. The Australian band did the right thing, privately made an arrangement with Quo to avoid the trial. Okay. I am hearing this for the first time today. I'd never heard this before. So, yeah, they were just like, and they pay status quo royalties. As someone who's been listening to the Angels since the 70s, I cannot fucking believe I didn't know that. Oh my God. I feel like an Egypt. Oh, wowzers. What a fucking eye-opener that was. My God. Consider my mind blown. Wouldn't have believed I could be surprised like that, but I guess that's what surprises are. Oh, so you listen to a podcast called the 80s Mixtape. Okay. Oh, God. Okay, I haven't been listening to podcasts as much recently, but I was looking at what have I been missing? The Rewatchables had Steven Spielberg on to talk about 2001: A Space Odyssey. It was like, holy shit. You guys have got some reach if Steven fucking Spielberg comes on your pod. And it was really good. Like it was hour and a half long. Someone with the film experience of Steven Spielberg just having a film nerd talk about a classic movie. Holy shit. And they got on really well. And yeah, no, they did. They were not talking about Disclosure Day, although it came up in conversation. It was about 2001. And they just said it in conversation because they went about Great Shot Gordo, which is inspired by the famous shot from Jaws. And it just, the host just said as a flippant side thing, like, oh, if you wanted to come on and do a pod about Jaws, we'd do it again. And Spielberg went, that's great. I'd love to do that. And they were like, oh my God, really? Do you really want to come back and do a podcast about Jaws? Oh my God. And yes, Spielberg was friends with Kubrick. So he was telling a lot of personal anecdotes about conversations with Kubrick. Kubrick chose Spielberg to direct AI. Yeah. And they told Spielberg, you're our number one director. We have talked about more of your films than any other director. So, yeah, fucking Spielberg just had a good time talking to them. It was a hell of a thing. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. Like I was looking at what podcasts have I been missing, and I was looking at my regular podcasts, and I saw they were talking to Spielberg, and I just fucking went for it. Like we have Ron Howard. Yeah, Ron Howard, good filmmaker. Again, as someone who grew up with Happy Days, the idea that Richie Cunningham would turn out to be one of the better film directors of the late 20th and early 21st century it's a fucking trip. But he's a good director. Scorsese would be catching up with Spielberg. But yeah, if I was to go number one director of my lifetime, it's Scorsese. Even though I don't like all these films, he's just I must. Oh god, and I've got to watch some more of that Mr. Scorsese doco, because the last episode I watched, I had no idea how much of a fuck up he was. Um, how he's just like doing so much cocaine and was so fucked up. Oh, you're talking about the ones we've talked about the most. Yeah, I've got to watch Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore. That gets talked up so much, that movie. It's on my watch list on your Plex, actually. And I think that's one Mrs. Angry would watch with me. There's so much cocaine. It's really funny. In the interviews on Mr. Scorsese, Marty stops short of saying, I did shit tons of cocaine, but he talks about being out of control and whatnot. But everyone who's around him is just going like, so much cocaine was happening. And there would be interviews with Scorsese at the time, and he's just talking 100 miles an hour. It's very funny because, and even there was another thing like when it was like some people in the studio were threatening to take Taxi Driver away from him. They wanted to do a softer edit of it, and he was apparently on cocaine fueled rant, just saying, "I'm going to kill him. I'm going to get a gun and I'm going to fucking kill him." And Marty's going, I said some stuff, it was just, I wasn't going to do it. It was just, I was hyperbole. Everyone around him going, yeah, no, Marty was saying how he's going to get a gun and kill the guys at the studio. So fucking funny. Yeah, he was with the guy from the band, and they were both doing so much cocaine. But yeah, I mean, Hollywood 70s and 80s, it goes without saying that it was all fueled by cocaine. Whenever you see something in a 70s or 80s film, it's like, weird, what the fuck were they thinking? How did this come together? It's like, cocaine. This is every decision about this movie was made on cocaine. From the producers to the studio heads to the directors to the actors, it's all cocaine. It's cocaine all the way down. It's woof, bizarre how fucked up everyone was. I mean, they probably still are, but holy for holies, in the 70s and 80s, it was just next level shit. Uh, do I sound jealous? I mean, maybe, but. And yeah, Scorsese seemed to have been right on the edge of absolutely ruining his life. But he got it together. I mean, God, how many times did the guy get married? So many times. It's not a Rebel Wilson court case. Which one? She seems to be involved in multiple court cases. Yeah, honey, that's what I was wondering too. What court case? Is it from years ago or is there a new one? It's not something, I don't have my finger on the pulse of what disagreements Rebel Wilson has with different people. Charlie, what story about Pulp Fiction? There are a lot of stories about Pulp Fictions. I don't know which one you're referencing. Uh, oh yeah, sorry. The adrenaline thing. Okay, so this is apparently true. Scorsese had someone who worked with him, his assistant or something, who would just tell them all these wild stories, and they actually recorded him on film telling these wild stories. But the bit in Pulp Fiction where Uma Thurman's character ODs on heroin, and they have to give her an adrenaline shot into her heart, that's a story this guy told Scorsese from his real life. So And then Tarantino heard the story and put it in Pulp Fiction. But the whole thing, like the way this guy was on film telling the story is how they do the scene in Pulp Fiction. Fucking wild. Absolutely fucking wild. Okay, Safa, seeing you said this, if I search Rebel Wilson, federal court decision, damn. Found not liable in the federal court for defaming Charlotte McInnes. McInnes alleged Wilson's social media posts falsely suggested she recanted a sexual harassment complaint. There you go. And Charlotte McInnes plans to appeal. Charlotte Wilson starred in Ms. Wilson's directorial debut, The Debs, sued her over a series of social media posts. 28-year-old from Western Australia thought starring in the film would be a big break, suggested they accused her of taking back a claim of sexual assault for career opportunities. She tried to claim general aggravated damages, but lost the case. Lawyers are planning to appeal. All right, so it went in Rebel Wilson's favor, but it seems complicated. No, I've definitely never used heroin. I think I had a hash cookie once, but I don't smoke. I don't smoke anything. So I've never done weed, as it were. I think Heine knows me. I would do edibles if they were easily available. But I don't smoke anything. I know people who looked like me, and I'll sue anyone who says it actually was me. I think it was just someone who looked like me in Minecraft in the 90s, went to raves on acid and speed. A thing I would absolutely not do now, because everything seems to be laced with fentanyl, which is fucked. Kelsey, you want to see me on the cookies? I mean, they are becoming more widely available, I think. I think there are a couple of dispensaries in the surrounding suburbs here. I have been tempted to go like, I've got this joint pain. Have you got like something edible that I could do for the joint pain? And also something that would get me high as fuck at the same time? Oh yeah, LSD. And again, no, the raves were in Sydney. I've never gone to any raves in Melbourne. It's the 90s. Host a New Year's Eve stream on cookies, pass out for 5 hours at 10:30. That's what would happen, Heine. You know me, man. You fucking know me. Yeah. Yeah, the two films that I watched in Minecraft were Vampire's Kiss, starring Nicolas Cage, which is a weird movie anyway, way weirder on acid, and Dumb and Dumber, where I may have literally fallen out of my chair in the scene where Jeff Daniels has been dosed with laxative and is shitting uncontrollably. I may have literally fallen out of my chair and been lying on the floor of the cinema laughing uncontrollably. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is a cliche, But what I genuinely think would be an interesting experience would be watching the Katsi movies on edibles or hallucinogens. Koinis Katsi, Power Katsi, and Nikoya Katsi. I think I have them all on Laserdisc. Sorry, not on Laserdisc, DVD. It's an absolute cliche because that's just all just visuals, trippy visuals. And it's an absolute cliche to say I want to watch it off my head, but I also think it would be a kind of interesting experience. And maybe I will one day. Who knows? Once I get old and retire, I will no longer give a fuck about anything. I mean, I give a fuck about precious few things at the moment, but give me 10 years and I absolutely will not give a fuck about anything. So, yeah, anything could happen. Maybe I could start a cult as an old man, just be a guru. Lead people to a higher plane of understanding. I think I'd be an awesome cult leader, honestly. Because I don't know, I wouldn't be addicted. I don't want anyone to commit suicide. Ooh, that's fucked up. I don't want anyone to castrate themselves. Yeah, I know you'd be in the cult Celtic. We're a low-level cult, Safa. The regulars, the gang who hang and chill on the streams, low-level cult activity. I'm talking about going a bit large with the cult. Anyway, what's the time? Oh, fucking heaps of time. Why I fuck? Oh no, I have fuck all on at work tomorrow. I actually have one important meeting in the morning. And then I have a presentation I'm supposed to watch. But the morning meeting is important. And I do have to have my shit together for it. It's got my boss and my boss's boss in it. And some external. Okay, Benedictine goes just here. Montenegro goes here in the ends. I think I'm gonna get Where is damn, that's awful. What's that? I'm getting so confused. Where's oh, here it is. Fuck. This is Biscoff infused whiskey. I'm going to finish this off. A, because it's really yummy. B, because I've made another batch. Oh, this actually looks pretty good. I'm just looking how I'm lit up back here. That actually looks pretty good. I've got another batch of Biscoff infused whiskey. Oops, that was a mistake. Oh well. Fuck it. I just put way too much sugar in there. I am filtering my next batch of Biscoff infused whiskey. Takes a really fucking long time. But it's worth it because it looks pretty good. Some bitters. I feel like this is going to be way too sweet. But I fucked up. Rays, hello. I don't know what you're traumatized by. I feel like I've missed something. where's my text window? What's that quote, Charlie? Been involved in a number of cults, both as leader and a follower. Have more fun as a follower, but make more money as a leader. Tell your boss's boss, your boss said he had 3 nipples. Hey, Fallen Dreams, how are you doing? I'm doing fairly well. Thank you very much. I've made an old-fashioned, which I think is going to be way too sweet because I made a mistake in pouring stuff into it. I feel like I'm going to get the diabetes now. That was from The Office US, was it? Okay. Working a lot on and off. Nice. I was right. It's extremely sweet. Oh my gosh. Definitely getting the diabetes from that. Angry cult, we get angry cuddles. I mean, I think everyone should just wear like furry costumes and like, what do they call it? A cuddle puddle? Raise your manager takes too much enjoyment in watching you yell at guards for doing stupid crap. But I also think you would be very good at yelling at guards for doing stupid crap. I think I'd take a lot of enjoyment from watching you yell at guards for doing stupid things. I just think you'd be really good at it. Charlie, you can do angry wedges? I don't know. I don't want to upset my cult members. So Celtic, if you're unfamiliar with it, the cuddle puddles is where everyone at the furry convention just jumps into a huge pile. When they say okay, you yell, "That's not okay, though, is it?" Sorry, I really want to see that. I definitely want to see that. Oh my fucking god. I just want to see you putting the fear of God into these fucking guards. It sounds so good. My god. Oh yes, remember that saying? Dicks out for Harambe. My god. The internet was still fun though. I mean, I still have fun on the internet. But like the internet has got worse and more toxic since Dicks Out for Harambe. That's just like dessert. That's just like sugar. I'm just drinking liquid sugar at the moment. Because I put 3 times more sugar syrup in there than I meant to. Oh my god. I should have tipped it out. I absolutely should have tipped it out. The sugar syrup, that is, not the whiskey. Not tipping out whiskey. Ooh, speaking of which, that might fucking help it. Put some Peychaud's bitters in. Peychaud's bitters is really red. And I missed the glass a bit there. There's a red splash on the desk now. A little bit of absinthe. Oh, yeah. Don't want to pressure neurodivergent people into cuddles. No. You're in the internet or not. Celtic, yes. I miss old school internet. I think if we could have less toxic social media, less algorithms forcing stuff on us, and more weird, freaky websites like in 90s and 2000s, I'd be much happier. So, Rays, there's no head guards. You're a manager now. Used to be a supervisor, working a role. They try to make out you don't understand, but you do understand because you've done the job. Yeah, Charlie, I find that difficult to argue with that the internet peaked between 2007 and 2011. Is The Dark Crystal a family movie? Yeah, but with a bit of darkness and weirdness. Got if the cuddles were fist bumps, 100%. I do the elbow bump thing from COVID. Oh god, I can hear Shadow carrying on like a fucking idiot. Stupid fucking neurotic cat. Right, I don't understand. If someone looks 14, you ask for their ID and refuse when the license photo's green. Okay, my microphone's good enough that you can all hear Shadow. No, she's not a fussy cat food eater. Well, that's just the thing. She just meows really loudly. With fucking pay attention to me. Also, I love that, Charlie. Safa said it's raining in Adelaide. It does sound like a Paul Kelly song. Um, I vigorously rub my pussy, Celtic. She likes it that way. Oh, that's better. Oh my god. Of that putting the anise thing in an old fashioned with the absinthe and Peychaud's bitters definitely improves it. I'm glad you like that joke, Fallen Dreams. Raise, you were playing with yours earlier. There you go. Nice. So if I asking Raise, you ever not let in legal ID because the photo looked too young, even though the age is 18? Celtic, behave. If you're a good boy, I might rub you vigorously. Who knows? If someone looks under 25, no entry. Without ID, I assume you mean, Raise. There's still too much sugar in that drink. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm not being fucking tripped out by the alcohol now. I'm being tripped out by the sugar. When you put 3 times more sugar than you meant to in something, it's just like, fuck. And it's just because I stopped concentrating for a second and I was like measuring the amount for whiskey, but it was sugar syrup that I poured in. And it's just like, what the fuck? That's Celtic behave. Oh dear. Safa, yeah, well, you think you're a baby face. Fucking Justin thinks he's a baby face, and you're both right. Yeah, no, Raise, you don't risk your job. You don't risk a $10,000 fine. Just like, yeah, no, fuck you. You don't have a valid ID and you look under 25. So fuck you. That's an interesting question, Safa. Raise, would you accept a passport as an ID in a club or pub? Because it is a legal ID, I guess. I love it. Raise, you like, not country pub, not city pub, not Dan Murphy's. If you look under 25 and you haven't got a legit ID, fuck you. Passport, if it's a valid passport, is good ID. Yeah, okay. I remember I'm sure I've told this story on streams. Fucking going to when I was at college in Bathurst, going to Canberra to watch Billy Bragg. There's a road trip, someone's car, there's 3 other people, and how old would I have been at the time? 20? But everyone was over 18. There were 2 girls and 2 guys in the car, counting me. And we stopped at one fucking horrific little country town because we wanted a break and they wanted to get a drink. And the pub that looked cool and groovy, they wouldn't let us in because the girls didn't have IDs. And I was like, dude, they're obviously have ID. The guy's like, no IDs, nothing. And then we went to a fucking shitty fucking redneck pub and they let us in. Okay. I'm telling the story again. So I basically, I was not drinking alcohol at this time. I was the designated driver. And so the girls were all trying to get girly drinks and the pub did not have any girly drinks. And I needed to take a piss. And I went, at the back of the pub, there was literally just a sign on a door saying used beer department. I was like, okay. And I took a piss and I went back to the bar and the girls were still trying to work through things that weren't beer. The pub there, and I think they got to the point where it was like maybe it was cherry brandy or something. I don't know. They finally kind of found something, and they'd been going through shit with this rough as guts barmaid while I was away, and everyone in the pub was looking, and it was this fucking rough as guts country public bar. And I got back, and this was all happening, and I saw the looks people were giving us, and I just leaned in and said, you have to drink your drink, and we have to fucking leave. I have zero doubt these people are going to fucking murder us if we stay here. Drink your drink, we're fucking leaving. And we did, and we left. And we went and watched Billy Bragg at Canberra. It was a great show. But then we had to drive back to Bathurst, which was not a short drive. It was a couple of hours. And I was like, okay, everyone has to stay awake and keep me awake because it's really late. And they were like, yeah, we'll keep you awake. But they had a cup of drink, and the fuckers fell asleep within 15 minutes. And so I'm driving back there, and you fuckers are all asleep and you're not keeping awake. And I was literally, I should have stopped. I should have just pulled across the side of the road. Hi, Hannah, by the way. And I was doing that literal thing. Anyone who's driven on country roads knows it. You're zoning out and you're going, you just on the wrong side of the road. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of the road. And so we stopped at this same sort of horrific fucking country town on the way. And I was like, okay, we're in a town now. We have to pull over park. I have to sleep for a couple of hours. And I was like, okay. I pulled up in the main street right under a street light. And the fucking drunks who are asleep, they're like, that's too bright. Pull over a side street. I went, you're all too drunk to remember the sort of people who are in this fucking town. We pull over in a dark side street. We're definitely getting murdered. Fuck all of you. Fuck you to hell. You said you'd stay awake and you didn't. We are parked in the main street under the brightest light I can find, and fuck you all. So, Hannah, you're home late. You were behind a car veering. See, there you go. You were behind a car veering like me. There you go. Followed him, called the cops. He was drunk. I was tired, but I should not have been driving, which is why the first time we got to a friggin' town, I stopped and I parked. And I really clearly remember the others going like, why are you under this bright light? Go down a dark side street. And I went, fuck all of you. We'll get murdered if we go down a side street. We're staying on Main Street under the brightest light I can find. Celtic, favorite AZ story you might not have heard. Legit, I feel like I must have told you every interesting AZ story. Okay, this is, I am going to tell you one. This one, it literally raised, they are literally this one time at Bandcamp stories. Okay, here's one though. When we were at uni, AZ was undiagnosed autistic, right? So he could remember things, memorize things, and regurgitate things, but he couldn't really look at, like, say, a written test and answer written things. But if someone verbally asked him the questions, he could talk at length about it. And he told me this one time where he was on, like, academic probation, and he had to do a presentation in person um, to save his place in the course. And he had confreres in the audience who were geeing him along, like when he's monologuing and talking. They had a few hand signals, and if they pointed at him, they were like, point, worthwhile point. And if they touched their nose and pointed, that was like, good point. And they were just trying visually telling him, you're on the right track, keep doing it. But my favorite one was if they went, that's good fucking point. So people, his collaborators in the audience were just geeing him along. But what eventually got him through is when a lecturer actually asked the class, okay, so we did this test, AZ got 10% on the written test. But then we had people do presentations to the class, and everyone agrees AZ did the best oral presentation to the class. What's going on? Why can he not pass a written test, but if we get him to explain something, he's the best at explaining it? What's happening? And a confused person went like, is he cheating? And the lecturer said, yes, from a certain point of view, yes, that's what's happening. Like, his written skills very low, but his ability to think, analyze, and express very high. So, honey, you went to see Leno and Woodley. That sounds like a fun night. Way home, guy pulled out of the pub, did 20k under the limit, couldn't stay in his lane, took a solid 15 seconds to take off. That sounds like someone who's extremely drunk, Hannah. Yes. And yes, Safi, you can reduce all of that story I told to AZ loved oral. Well, we've had the discussion before. AZ was like a human large language model. AZ was like a human chat GPT, in that if you asked him something, he would answer you extremely confidently at great length, but you had no way of knowing, is that real or is he literally just making it up? So it's kind of a shame he didn't live long enough to see the large language models and AI, because it's fucking exactly like him, that whenever he asked, he would almost never say, I don't know, or I don't have enough information to answer you. He would just go on at great lengths, incredibly confidently. And there was like a 50-50 chance he was talking shit. Oh, really, Hannah? The Leno and Woodley show was about AI. I'm genuinely interested in how Leno and Woodley would talk about AI. And so the stream's uncannily on the mark. Nice. Safri Zazi was a politician. He'd either be very benign and helpful to the population at large, or be the worst mass murderer in history. He'd outstrip Mao, Pol Pot, Stalin, Hitler. Or he'd just be super nice and chill. It's hard to be sure which way his autism would take him. But he would go to an extreme, is what I'm saying. So anyway, so the show was Leno and Woodley in space. A whole bit was they was using AI to create the set images of the show, which then took over the show itself. I'm genuinely interested in that Leno and Woodley show, Hannah. Is Putin catching up with Stalin? No, no. Stalin oversaw the deaths of millions. Putin's merely in the thousands. Ray, oh no, Ray's legit. You and AT would have had mutual people in Melbourne. Because he definitely had some extremely suspect links, as did you. So Hannah's saying the show was brilliant, but it hurts to breathe. You've been laughing too much. I'm quite a fan of Leno and Woodley, actually. I think their comic timing is impeccable. Like they had an ABC show in the 90s, I think. And there was this one show where it was super obvious someone who was a children's entertainer. They were in a bunny suit or something, and they're going towards a helicopter. It was incredibly obvious as they went to the helicopter, the head of their suit was going to get hit by the prop blades and traumatize the kids. So it was not a surprise. It was like super fucking obvious. But their timing was so good. They did it at the exact perfect moment. So even though it was obvious that was what was going to happen, it was funny as fuck. And it's something about a grown man screaming, "Stop milking your hat," as another man locks in your brain forever. Definitely. Again, Leno and Woodley, very good performers. Race, you think AT might have known your uncles? I mean, fucking probably, mate. Celtic, AT definitely liked. If AT was intimate with someone, he liked physical contact. If he didn't know them, he fucking hated being around people he didn't know. He felt like being in a public place, it was as if the people were licking his eyeballs. Yeah, Home for the Elderly, Leno and Woodley did go their separate ways for more than a decade. But they both realized they could make money from doing stuff together again. And you have juicy work drama. Oh, Annie, you know I love gossip. You fucking know I love gossip. I want to know what's happening in your work world. Safa, party night goes as late as I can manage, basically. But last week we got to about, I think it was about 1:30 when I went to bed, 1:30 a.m. when I went to bed last week. Asterisk, I don't fucking remember. So, Hannah, basically, someone was talking shit about you. And their friends come to you to warn you to report them, otherwise they will. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. That's co-worker drama. Fuck yeah. And Safa, that's okay. Even if I go late, you don't have to go late. Damn, so you got the inside word someone was going to fucking talk shit about you. And they're obviously in the wrong and they're fucked. But they're going to talk shit to try and make you look as bad as them. God, I haven't had to deal with that for a long time. Like, I'm traumatized. My boss fucking quit. My boss is really good. I have a good boss and she's fucking quit. And so now it's probably going to take a while to recruit a replacement. Like, yeah, she's done the 4 weeks notice thing. So we're probably going to be in limbo for, I don't know, a couple months, wondering who our next boss is going to be. Fucking drama, man. So you said it would be proven. They said she's planning on claiming she's having mental health hallucinations. Yeah. I know the sort of thing you're talking about, Hannah. I've had that in different jobs. I haven't had it for ages, but I have had it. So yeah, my biggest trauma is my boss, who is a good boss, has quit because I think someone just off. Yeah, I'm in the public sector. Someone in the private sector offered her fucking bags of money, is what I'm assuming happened, um, and it was too good a deal to pass up. And so now I don't know who my boss is gonna be. So, and then there's the fucking state election at the end of the year as well. If the Libs get in, my workplace is going to be turned upside down. So fuck. So no, the joke's on her. Subtly let you fear this person to your boss without naming them and that. Oh, so now your boss knows they'll be talking shit. Fucking good work. Good fucking work. Ugh. So I agree. Manipulative people fucking suck. It's like they can't get by on the quality of what they do, and so they fuck with other people, which is just fucking stupid. Anyway, so what's interesting with my job? So I get a new boss. Maybe someone who's within my team will apply for a promotion. There's a couple people in my team who I think would be red hot goers for the role. I don't want to do it because honestly, for a boss role, it's like a whole bunch of extra stress for not enough extra money. I'll be very straightforward about that. But a couple of the younger folk in my team are a bit more career driven. They might apply for it. They might get it. It might be someone else within the organization who gets it. It might be someone else in the public sector who gets it, or it might end up going out to the private sector and someone from the private sector might take it. I don't know. We're likely to be in limbo for a while, which is fucking annoying. Okay, what does this question raise? Charlie, would you rather sing Bohemian Rhapsody in a mini with an 80s outfit or sing Twist and Shout with Ray Charles in the stretch? That's an excellent question. Hannah, your boss knows someone's crossed the line. You were warned they're planning on going after you if you said anything. They asked who it was. Oh, excellent. You said, I'm too scared to tell you. But the boss will know if someone goes to them and talks shit. They go, this is who Hannah was talking about. And Hannah didn't want to start shit, but this person wants to start shit. I feel like you've handled this really well, Hannah. No, Safa, I don't want to fucking go for it. Like I said, literally, I think if I applied for it, my application would be taken seriously. But I was chatting with another co-worker and I went, look, honestly, it seems like too much extra stress for not enough extra reward in pure and simple terms. Celtic, have I met a flat earther? I have never spoken to someone who identified with the flat earther. I've seen a bunch of them online and it's like, oh, this is too much to deal with. Also, the fun thing, if you go onto any forum of flat earthers, half or more of the people posting are fucking shit stirrers. They don't believe it, but they're posting really extreme shit just to see if they can get the flat earther true believers to believe it. Celtic, you've met two flat earthers. Oof. Good for you. I mean, I've probably been in the same physical space as flat earthers, but I haven't talked to them about flat earth because I would not be very polite. Safa, Dubbo, I mean, yeah, Dubbo would be a prime place to vote in a One Nation candidate, honestly. Who fucking knows? But the shine seems to be going off One Nation as more people are going, wait, I think One Nation might be full of shit. Because they fucking are. Pauline Hanson is a liar and a grifter. She has, for the last 30 years, attracted liars and grifters. Race, you've never got onto the subject of Earth's shape. But you're going to update me. Nice. And you don't try and disprove flat earthers. One up them. You just up and say, you think Earth's flat? Earth's not even real. It's definitely not worth expending intellectual or emotional energy on engaging with a flat earther. It's like, that is literally too stupid to invest anything into. And I have seen that, Celtic. They don't believe in evidence. They go, I don't see the, like, they look at the horizon and go, I think the horizon's flat. It's not curved. And they don't listen to any explanation. So I literally, as a general rule, expend zero energy on talking to a flat earther because it's just too stupid. It's like if anyone wanted to say the Bible is literally true. It's like, Anya, champ, Anya. I am not going to expend any mental or emotional energy on dealing with why what you're saying is shit. And that's how you treat annoying people. You either don't engage or enjoy things. Yeah, you've either got to take the piss, enjoy ripping on them, or just don't engage because it's fucked. It's just generally like, with religious people going, what do you believe? Are you an atheist? It's kind of like, I don't think it's important. I think your religion is wrong. I think every religion is wrong. The fact that over 99% of all humans have disagreed with how you view the concept of God just makes me think you're wrong, because 99% of humans have disagreed with you. What are the chances you're right? Not real high. But I'm also not going to get up in your face and say you're not allowed to believe in those things and take moral or emotional comfort in believing in those things. That's fine. Do that. Just fucking leave me out of it, honestly. And if you rip on them, it has to be subtle, so they think you're taking on board what they say. If you go too far, they get defensive. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Charlie might have disappeared, Race, because he didn't reply to what you said. Yeah. I love that, Anna. They'll change if you believe them, but one-up them. And I'm going to be genuine and honest when people say, oh, do you believe in God? It's just like, I don't think it's important. It's if there literally was a supreme being who's so far beyond us they're unknowable, and they created anything, the concept that supreme being would want us to believe in them is fucking ridiculous. You're imposing the shallowest of human emotions and motivations on an otherworldly and unknowingly being, and that's really fucking stupid. The concept that a creator would demand that we worship them and would punish us forever if we don't worship them is really fucking dumb. And you reckon they're saying it for attention? I agree with you. Once they don't get the response they're trying to get, they'll change their tack to try and pretend your response is what they're after. Noise. Yeah, no, Celtic. There's thousands of Christian denominations. It's all, not, as I said, 99% of people disagree. Whatever your religious conviction is, at least 99% of humanity disagrees with you. Madam Butterfly, you're half dead, but you got to get out of bed. That's also, I love that you get up in the very early morning to be part of the stream. I'm going to bed now because it's fucking bedtime. Oh, take that little sip. Man, it's cherry time. Charlie, you are answering Ray's now. You'd rather do Bohemian Rhapsody in a 1976 AMC Pacer. Ooh, seeing Shake Your Tail Feathers, Ray Charles? Fuck yeah. Hey, you had an issue with the person threatening you. I told everyone's story. They asked us to be at a conference about something happened. All right. I love this show so fucking much. So they came to you with a sensational story, gave them a... Wait, why? It seems like I think you've got a handle on all that work shit, Hannah, honestly. All right. So track immediately changed from I know fantastic to I know right, even though they didn't say. Yeah, I think you've got everything under control, Hannah, honestly. Also, I'm going to leave with this controversial take, and maybe we'll talk about it more tomorrow night on party night. I think Ferris Bueller was a piece of shit. I don't fucking like Ferris Bueller. He's a fucking manipulative shithead. But we could potentially take that up on party night tomorrow night. Was Ferris Bueller a piece of garbage, manipulative bastard? I'm putting it out there. We can take it up tomorrow night. Raise your safe, Ferris. I'm going to bed. You all take care. Bye for now.